and welcome back to the Finish Line and another weekend preview brought to you by Hollywood Bets. It's another Cheltenham meeting. We're quite excited. Cheltenham International meeting Friday and Saturday this weekend, and we're going to go through two races at Doncaster on Saturday, two Grade 2s, which look quite decent on paper. I just broke my pen and quite heartbroken.
The bad things happen to good people.
So true. Good pen and all. Really enjoyed that pen. How are we, gents?
Better than Tom because he's an injury in his calf and playing stupid football.
Spy gave it up, Tom, years ago.
Late to record the show. The lads are giving out, and I have a lump on the side of my calf, which isn't meant to be there. Let's
just rectify this. You're late every single time.
I'm not late every time. I have got a lot.
Well, no, do you know, like to have swear jars?
Yeah,
we're having a Tom late jar. Every second you're late on recording, you have to put €1 in. Every second now, not minute.
That's fair.
Okay.
Then we get the lump on something on chat.
Well, hang on now, because if I'm a minute late, that's £60. That's a little bit too much.
Exactly. Would you be late for work?
Yes.
€20.
Andrew, Andrew, we used to work
Tom.
together. Yes, I would definitely be late for work.
That's true. He usually was nearly always. No, wait, you're always there before me.
Yeah, exactly.
That made me late.
Always left after you as well.
You would. I think you just went in whenever you want.
I did, really. It's good times.
Hence why he's not working there anymore.
Yeah. I didn't want to go down that road, to be honest, Tom, but there you go.
Hey, hold up now. No, I did more than fucking you. Him up there pretending like he's fucking working. I sit right across from him.
What the hell happened there?
I pressed that by mistake. Him sitting across there. What's on? Fucking racing TV. Some accounting you're doing there, Tom.
Never. Wouldn't happen. Don't know what you're on about.
Do you believe that now?
Anytime I went in there, he was watching race. and usually it was either in South Africa or France. It wasn't even any good race.
Yeah. Torfontaine. Great. Hollywood Bets Grayville.
Value, though.
Oh. Hence why he had to leave his job and get another one.
More value.
More value. Facts, more value in this job than there was in the last job.
I just text my staff to him to turn down that radio. And they didn't turn it down.
See, I told you. I just said to him, you hired it.
Can't do the radio or us?
No, you can't hear the radio.
Oh, but that's okay then.
No, you can't.
He didn't turn it down either.
I had this conversation like 5 minutes ago. You hired the most tick staff ever. He couldn't put down the shutter that has an open and close button. Couldn't put it down. I'm very over this way. There we go. Getting closer to you.
That looks like a Transformer sign, don't it?
No, it looks like an Adidas sign.
That's because it is an Adidas sign.
It's not a Transformer sign then, is it? Other brands are available. Do we have to say that these days, do we?
What?
No, fuck it. I don't care. Nike aren't going to sue you because you didn't mention Nike when you mentioned Adidas. It's not going to happen. It's fine.
He just did. Says the fella that had a rant about that other place that we had to edit out. The only video we ever had to edit.
Far away from fucking Adidas and Nike we are now, I tell you.
Never know.
Tom can't even play 5-a-side without getting the lump in his calf.
What you say, Tom?
I said that was gold. I just went too far that day.
Oh, there was a line. As Joey would say, there's the line, and you're over there somewhere. I think the line is a dot to you.
I think getting sponsored by Hollywood Bets now is like we're not getting sponsored for playing sports. My heart is like robotic. You can't even move without hurting your back. Tom's injured all the time.
That hurt my feelings and my back by saying that.
It was true though.
I have an awful back. Anyway, we're here to talk about horse racing. Sometimes. What am I going into comments for? Right, we are going to start on Friday the 325, 3 mile, 2 furlong handicap chase, grade 3. We have Enrillo in at 5-2, Hurricane Harvey 6s, Commodore at 6s, Mr. Fog Patches 13-2, Rocco is 8s. I forgot about 8s. Slotini's back at 10s, Fagan 10s, Potter's Legends 14s, and 20-1. Bigger the rest.
Real easy one to start, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
It's very easy, like.
Easy in.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a bit of fuel with
Slotini
and
Naps next
the rest of them.
Best bet of the whole week. Yeah, easy.
Easy. It's just like put up Mr. Fog Patches. Because he's only gone up 3 pounds from his Irish mark. Easy. That's how Irish just win handicaps all the time. Is that right, Tom?
Yeah, normally in fairness. Now,
Easy.
the only thing is they don't win too many handicap chases.
Yeah.
Is what I would
That would be the point.
But not many of them come third in a tri-town behind Fairclass and Round Wild Fred.
Go on,
And
who's
just
taking
love.
this far?
Not me.
I'll take it, so. I think Mr. Fog Patches win if you didn't guess.
I thought we
You
got
didn't
yeah,
guess?
yeah. I had
We
guessed
got
as
that.
much. We got that far.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll take over, don't worry. So he was last time out, he was third in the tri-town behind Round Wild Fred and Fairclass. Before that, he ran at Cork. He was third in absolutely bottomless ground, over 3 mile 4. He was 22 lengths behind Breeside. Before that, he was 2.5 lengths fourth at Listowel, over 2 mile 6. He has a handicap chase win at Punchestown to his name at the festival last year. As I said, he's only 3 pounds higher than his Irish mark. If he runs to his tri-town form, I think he could take a lot of beating in this. He'll gallop, he'll stay. I think this hill and the undulations he will enjoy. And I think at what price is he? Is 13-2. 13-2 is a fair price. I'm not sold on Imrillo. I don't think his jumping is that good. Rocco is a big price as well for me. I know he was out of form till his 40-1 win last time out. He had Hurricane Harry behind him, but he has some good back form. So the two I take out of this is Mr. Fog Patches and Rocco. I cannot wait to see Slotini being pulled up after 2 fences. He is now trained by Polly Gundry? Gundry? What kind of name is that?
Polly Gundry.
How do people come up with these second names? Like, I know what. Did they just go to the registration office and just change the name for the crack? Wonder can I do that? Andrew Ollinger.
Jesus Christ. Andrew de Bromhead would be more suitable, I'd say.
Says the fella that won't say a bad word about him.
Get Henry to adopt you, I reckon.
I might be allowed back in the yard then. Who wants to take it now? Who's feeling up for solving this Rubik's Cube?
To be honest, I don't know who Polly Gundry is. Never. I know she's training Santini. I knew that much. Don't know if she's ever had a winner.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when Sneezy Foster took over from Gordon. You're like,
don't know who she is.
Where did she come from?
Don't know why the horse went there. But I mean, if he was even a quarter of the horse he used to be, and he is slow and he's a bit of a dog, he would win this. If he was a quarter of the horse he used to be.
He's not.
He's won first time out.
Never.
every season, bar last year when they had that weird 3 mile bumper that Lakeview lad won.
So it wasn't every season
then. He was second that day. His form is just so much better, and I don't like the horse.
Are you really putting up Slotini?
Yeah, each way. Santini each way. His form is just miles better than everything. All the rest of them are like dog standard handicappers. He's second in the Gold Cup a couple of years ago.
I played for Ireland a couple of years ago. I couldn't fucking lace any of their boots now.
Yeah, well, he's only a 9-year-old still, so I just if Nicky Henderson was the trainer, he'd be half
20-1.
He'd be half the price, and it's clear as day. Yeah, well, that's true as well. I think it's clear as day that Nicky's stable went right last year, so he could have been one that was running badly too.
No, he's just shit.
I don't know who Polly Gundry is, and that turns me off a little bit. But
I know who Polly Gundry is anyway. So Polly Gundry used to ride as well. She'd had loads of point-to-point winners and loads of success riding.
There you go. Definitely nap.
Yeah, she'd be well connected with the Kelvin Hugheses who own Santini, and she does a lot of pre-training and breaking now, I believe. So
her strike rate is unbelievable.
She's been in the game for a long time, so she's no mug anyway. Put it that way.
She could have a winner on Friday.
She's had 3 winners in 2021 season, 1 winner so far this season.
Tom's going to put Santini up as well. No, he is.
Oh God, he is, because the way he went on about Polly Gundry there, he's looked into it. He's after taking stats.
He knows his form is
he's
10 times
he's
better
taking
than
a value view on his
he is
form.
the form, yeah.
I'm not, because I think she's going to train him to come on from this. I can't see her having him fully revved first time. My view on this was Enrillo was going well in the Ladbroke when he fell. He'd won well at Newbury and then got thrown out in that crazy Bet365 Gold Cup. Look, he has negatives for me. He's on the back of a fall and he hasn't run at Cheltenham. So as favourite, he's entitled to be favourite, but I'll take him on. There's two I take him on with. I know I've just said that Ireland don't win many handicap chases, and they don't, and that's what makes me a little bit worried about Mr. Fogpatches. But he is only £3 higher than his Irish mark. He is in good form. He's a very consistent horse, so I can see him being bang there anyway. Pat Fahey is in good form. He even got that Dunvegan to win the other day. So I can see him running well. Danny Mullins goes over 10 stone 6 on his back. And the other one I'm going to throw, I could have this race completely wrong, lads, and it is very difficult. So don't go crazy with your betting on this one. Is Fagan, ex Gordon Elliott horse, is down to 130, is up to 140. Ran really, really well the last day at Warwick and has gone well at Cheltenham before. If it came back to its old form, now it's a big if, it would have a good chance. Was second in an Albert Bartlett behind You Know What I Mean Harry. Has run well back at Cheltenham before as well, behind Black Horton in a novice chase. So can go well there. You're taking a roll of the dice massively, but is 10-1. It's an open race. Don't go crazy.
So who'd you put up?
I'm putting up Mr. Fogpatches and Fagan.
Cool.
And the two of them could literally tail off, but I'm going with it.
He's back to his fencing. No commitment.
I'm not overly keen on that race. I just thought it would be interesting to take on Enrillo. Enrillo could go and win this by 10 lengths, lads, but
could also be tailed off.
There are reasons to take him on, and I'm keen to take him on.
Now, this is when you're going to get jiggy with going on your naps and everything else to go with it. 3 mile 6 cross country chase. We have Midnight, Masito 4-1, Diesel Dahlia at 4s, Back on the Lash 9-2, Plan of Attack 5s, Balco to Flow at 17-2, Singing Banjo 17-2, Talk Cheap 14s, Potter's Corner 14, 16-1. Big out of rest. Tom, take it away. You are very, very keen on a Mr. the Bromhead horse.
I am actually. And this is an interesting race because a lot of these ran against each other in the November meeting, and they're taking each other on again. Back on the Lash, Diesel Dahlia, Plan of Attack, Balca de Flow, Singing Banjo. They all ran in that race, as well as did Talk is Cheap. I am quite keen on Plan of Attack, right? For the reason being that there was a lot of money for him the last day, and he actually went off 9-2. He got really well punted as well as Back on the Lash, and I stopped watching him. He was literally going to tail off. Like he wasn't. It looked like he wasn't taken to it at all. And then all of a sudden, they were coming towards the finish, and he was bang there. He just warmed into it. And for me, I think that was his first run over these obstacles. And look, it wasn't as obvious as Tiger Roll. Tiger Roll, the first time he ran around these fences, he had a lovely little educational run around there. It wasn't as obvious as that.
Did you just compare him to Tiger Roll?
No, I didn't. I compared the runs as in Tiger Roll.
That's a backwards way of saying comparison. You're not getting away with that.
You literally mentioned Plan of Attack and Tiger Roll in the same sentence.
You are not getting away with that.
As to your argument as to why Plan of Attack, like
the argument being that
please don't ever do that again. Genuinely. Tiger
The
Roll does
argument-
not deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as that horse.
That's the argument being right that horses don't just go and win over these fences first time all the time. Sometimes they take a run to get into it. Plan of Attack did that the last day. That was his first start over them, and he's off 10 stone free. Bauca de Flow keeps the weights up. I think 6-1 is a cracking price. If he can hold his position and actually jump around, like he gave some of these like a massive head start. So I think he'd be an each way bet at least at 6-1. He'd be bang there.
Do you think Plan of Attack has a chance in this?
Plan of Yak.
Plan of a Yak.
No, I do not. Plan of Yak will do the same thing he does every single time he runs. And there's always money from him. I think the bookies do it as a piss take because
Do you know what he's
people
like?
jump on it then and back him.
He's like a woman that just teases you, who
And-
gives you hope,
Yeah.
and then it just goes nowhere.
He'll travel.
Always give you that little bit of hope.
He'll probably travel well for 3/4 of the race, and you're like, "Geez, this thing is." And then he'll either fall, or he'll just slowly start reversing himself back to
Beep.
Henry de Bromhead
beep,
stable
beep,
very
beep,
quickly. Can't see why any of the horses from the race in November, which we were there, we saw it. It was
We
great.
were. You got really excited right there.
Tom didn't go.
No, he abandoned us in our
Um,
time in need.
I can't see why any of the horses.
Remember that when Totis
Yeah.
was going and he said he didn't go in the
Sure.
end. It's good times.
Wexford people.
I am not from Wexford, lads. That's the one thing I would take offence to now.
Where are you
are you
officially from then?
I'll take England over Wexford, to be honest. People ask me where I'm from, I say Tyrone.
Funny that, because in February when the Six Nations is on, you'll be
Wears a
supporting
green
Ireland
jersey,
again.
don't he?
You don't know where you're from.
Yeah, I support Ireland in a rugby match.
See, yeah.
No, you know what he is? He's one of these fellas that wears a half Ireland jersey and a half England
Who do you
jersey.
support when England are playing Ireland?
Oh, look at him.
England or Ireland? England or Ireland?
Come on, this is the tester for Sunday.
England or Ireland?
Kind of sit on the fence, I really do.
for fuck's sake.
You have to give an answer on Sunday to these questions. You can't just, and you have a 5-second rule. Every time you don't answer one, there's going to be a forfeit.
Oh, what's the fuck?
Ooh.
I don't know yet, but it'll be bad.
20 press ups. Okay, Ireland.
Yeah,
No,
see, that was better.
No.
At least he answered.
What's the answer?
Ireland.
Oh, good.
Um,
That's only for the safety of his job.
I can't see any of the horses that ran in that race turning the form around back on the lash. I think he was comfortably the best horse in the race. Got a great ride by Sean Bowen.
He
that day.
did.
Very canny ride. I will go for a Midnight Maestro. Coming from,
What?
yes, Ireland.
You said back in the lash is going to win.
I did. No, I don't think any of the horses in the race that he was already in
Ah, my
would beat
apologies.
him.
I take that back.
So I'm going for a different form. And the Bulger is the king of these races. He had his first try over the banks kind of thing in Punchestown. He was beaten
Cross-country
by
course.
Shady Operator, that one. And he just looks like one of these ones that the Bulger has plucked out of nowhere and figured out that they will work over these fences, which has happened year on year many, many times.
That's
He's quite
not
good
so
at
much lately, though.
he's quite good at handicap form over a shorter trip, but he just manages to figure out these horses love the banks and they end up running well. I
Probably
think.
gives him no choice because that's all he probably has out.
Yeah, but I think he's out of left field coming from different form lines, so I would go for him.
I really like the chance of singing banjo. I thought he ran really, really well the last time. He got done by a very good ride.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, I'm a crazy frog. Sorry. Got done by a very good ride from Sean Bowen on board back on the lash. Prior to that, he was in flying form. He had a win over the banks at Punchestown twice at the festival. He came back with a win over fences at Wexford in June. Had a break, came back second in this then. So there is an argument to say he might come on for that run. He's only, I think, 3 pounds higher than last time. Look, yes, he is 11-year-old, but he took to the course really, really well. Fought his way all the way to the line, went back on the lash. I think, what was he, 10? What price is he there? Singing Banjo, 17-2, 9-1, and in around that price, I think he's a great each way bet for a horse. You know you're going to get a good run out of. Loves the course, in very good form that he's bringing on that he had in the summer. So I think Singing Banjo, ding ding ding, at 17-2 will be my each way dabble in this. I do love these races though. Something about anything can happen.
Yeah,
Anything.
they're a bit mad. They take ages.
You can literally go for a pint, come back, and they'll be still on the first lap. Right. Moving on to the last race on Friday at Cheltenham, which is City Post Handicap Hurdle, where we have Sporting John in a 7-4, on a Gathering Storm at 9-2, Aston at 9-1, they're reckoning at 9-1, Botak Haas at 10-1, 11-1, Bar. Botak Yas Haas.
I think you have to say
Sponsored
it.
by Jamie Moore now. You can't be saying that.
Botox Haas.
Botak Haas.
Yeah, that's the way to say it, I think.
Or Botak Haas.
Now
That's
just-
what he'll be doing when he hits the hill.
Yeah.
Make him stop. Anyway, yeah, go for it. You'll
Sport and John he looked good the last day, but he's a bit short for me because he does tend to just win a race and then go mad then afterwards.
that was
Something-
over offensive though.
Yeah, I don't know though. Still though, over fences or not, he's just a bit of a loony tune.
You're kind of harsh.
I've backed on a Gathering Storm twice this year, and I won't back him this time, and I guarantee you he'll probably go and win. But sure, there you go. I swore once they put Botox. Say that again. Do that. Botox.
What?
Botox has up in trip that I would back him. I think he's crying out for a trip, 3 miles this time. His form at Cheltenham, bar at the festival last year, is pretty good. He ran well in the race, the Greatwood, that West Cork one. It was West Cork, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The day after we were there when Tom didn't go.
Oh yeah, remember when Tom didn't go?
He ran well in that, and again looked like he needed to step up and trip.
And he gets cheap pieces.
Yes, and the Gary Moore stable is still in form, has been kind of all season. I just think he will eventually win a decent handicap, but definitely one stepping up and trip. Friday's the day, so I think backing him each way is a good bet.
Thomas, what about you?
I'm with Dave on the I'd be windy about Sporting John until he goes and does it again. I was very happy with him the last time. And my gut feeling is he will go and do it again. But he's not one I'd want to back to go and do it at 15-8 anyway. Look, I struggled enough with this race, to be honest. The one I'm going to throw up is Saint Delina, a mare of Charlie Longston's, owned by the same owner as Plans Attack. So hopefully you'll be having a good day on Friday at Cheltenham. But she was ultra consistent last season. She'd gone well on her first start. She improved from 108 up to 129. This is a new step altogether for her. But Charlie Longston is in good form. And yeah, I'd give her a chance. She's 12-1, and some of the ones down the bottom I really don't fancy, so I'm quite keen to throw her in there.
This is really easy for me. Sporting John just wins. I think he's just miles better than a lot of these to run. Last time was very, very encouraging. The way he hit the line well. That was his first run after a wind operation. He wasn't backed that much in the markers. He went off, I think he won a 4-1 or something like that. We don't show it now. 9-2, he went off it and won. Beat On the Gathering Storm by 2.5 lengths. He is by far the classiest horse in the race. I think he has a chance in the World Hurdle, and if he has to have a chance in the World Hurdle, he should be winning this quite cozily. So I think it's just easy as him jumps around and he wins. Both that cost, I get the whole stepping up and trip. Cheap pieces are going to help him because he's an absolute fruitcake.
Lazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think even carrying 11 stone 12, he's clear on the ratings by a mile, and I think he's going to take some beating in this. So I am sporting John all day long in this. Now, moving on to Saturday. There's no price for this, but this is what we hope.
He's not running.
Shut up, ruin my.
He's not. It's already out.
Is it?
Yeah, it came out now.
Oh, I'm not talking
Afraid of my
about
Drogo.
that. Not talking about it. So
Afraid of my Drogo.
this is the thing I don't get now, and we talked about this earlier. And it bothers the life out of me. You enter horses, and you goddamn well know they're not going to run. Why do they do it? Like,
There's stories.
why is he like? I don't know why Henry entered this team, knowing damn well he wasn't going to run.
He's afraid.
Please explain it to me.
You want to give yourself options, lads. The more options you have.
Why are you giving yourself an option for going over to England when you know you have to do so much shit to get a horse over there these days?
The big black airplane with Harry on board. I couldn't beat Jen online. He's afraid.
Why? Like, I don't get it. Like, they know, and they don't give a shit if they say, "Oh, we're just giving us other options." You know where you're going to run them. You know. They know where they're going to run him. Is it just to take the piss out of him and scare Harry going, ooh, we're going to run Bob?
He's sick.
He's not sick.
So afraid he got sick.
He's not sick. The horses that were in behind him on that gallop on Saturday were puking their heart and soul up trying to keep up with him.
I literally...
Gilly Billy behind him. I picture the poor fucker.
But the day he gets bet, you're going to be inconsolable.
He is going to get bet one day.
You're literally
why are you so negative, Dave? Like,
I'm not.
He just doesn't like that I found him before he was famous.
I actually don't mind Bob at all. I don't mind Bob at all.
Beautiful Bob.
I just.
Why will he get bet, Dave?
Because he may fall or he may meet a better horse.
The first one, yes. Second one, no.
It's like Envial all over again.
No, it's not. Don't you dare put him in the same breath of that yak.
The second coming and then kaboom.
Dave,
you don't like him, so it's okay.
Bob, I actually don't mind Bob at all. I think he's...
Shut up. No, stop the sentences now.
His speed is quite impressive.
Dave, tell the listeners who you compared Bob to in our WhatsApp group today.
I can't remember, Tom.
Who did he compare to
I
Bob?
talk shit every day.
I didn't see this.
Begins with an S and runs in the Jigginstown colours.
Sam Crow.
Outdoor Stables. Sam Crow.
That was yesterday. That one today.
That was yesterday. Oh, okay.
That's yesterday.
So I want to thank Dave for his time and effort he's had to put into the Finish Line podcast over the last few years. We will now be taking applications going forward. You fucktard.
I just want, one of these novices to turn into a real superstar, like
Bar Bob.
Not caught him anymore.
He's over there.
Got rid of him. He's over there.
He's there.
Or Denman. I want to bring back some Den Mania, but none of them end up doing it. None of them.
Den Mania.
I wanted Envoy Allen to be it, but he's officially hit the wall.
You jumped on the bandwagon. That's what happened there.
He hit the wall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's officially a 2 mile chaser now.
This is why I never jump on the bandwagon, because they just let you down.
You haven't jumped onto any of my bandwagons.
2 miles now.
I heard your man.
Christ. That's going to go down like I don't know what, because he couldn't even keep up with Alaho over 2.5 miles last week. So there's no chance of him going 2 miles.
This is true. And his jumping is too airy.
Where was this said? Because somebody messaged me this today as well.
It was on the race post. Cheveley Park, whoever's the race manager or whoever says, "Oh, we have an option. He's entered in the 2 mile chase at Leopardstown. It's an option. We're going to consider it."
Please.
That's not exactly what
Watch him go win it. Watch him go win it.
Please. I'm begging you. Nobody from Cheveley Park listens to this, but someone might. Send him back to Gordon. Please.
Oh, they burnt bridges there.
And I'm not saying Henry's a bad trainer, but the horse just wants to go home.
He misses.
He's miserable out there.
Do you know what I think he needs? I think he needs you to go out and be his groom.
He's miserable.
Because you whisper sweet nothings in his ear all day.
But you know what
who's such a good boy? Oh, who's a big aeroplane?
But you know what it is? Like, I guarantee you, like, when horses change stables, sometimes it works for him, others don't. That horse, it has not worked. There's going to be, he's injured again, but like, he's just lost the plot since he went to Henry's. And it's not because Henry's clearly a good trainer, but just send him home. Like, let bygones be bygones. Let bygones be bygones. Gordo's banging in winders. We love Big Gordo. Send him back.
No, you love Big Gordo.
That's a royal we there, Dave.
And look what he did with Sam Crow.
Your high voice went high there.
He couldn't win a race. Dog shit. Wins the marsh. Send him back there and let the horse win the ride.
Outdoor stables. Thought we're over this.
I'd say he misses Tiger Roll.
He could literally make a comic book out of this. What Tiger?
Right, come on. Moving on.
Do you know who I think he's afraid of out there? Monolly. Crazy bastard.
McVeese.
I walked past his stable and I think he nearly hit me, kicked me, and headbutted me.
I didn't see him.
He sneezed and he gave my son an absolute heart attack. Anyway, where are we now? We're on Saturday.
Do you know who you should be afraid of? Baron Wild. Run Saturday.
Does that mean we're going to back him? He's going to win?
No, as I
fuck?
said to Dave today.
Be afraid, but don't back him. Don't back him, but be afraid of him.
I'd be happy if he was in the first 4 or 5 and jumped well. And Dave was like, for fuck's sake, Tom, why don't you just want them to win? It's not that simple.
It's like dangling the car and going, hey, no, you're not getting it.
I don't know.
Anywho, Baron, when's the running?
Baron Wild runs on Saturday, I think, at Ferry House. Declarations are tomorrow morning, so once he's okay, he'll run, and yeah, he seems to be going well, and he'll come on for the run as all Henrys do. And first day is jump around a 3-year-old maiden hurdle, first time over hurdle, so jump around and run a nice, promising race. Happy days, but yeah, he's meant to be all right anyway. So
is this the same race Aspire Tower won 1 year? No,
could
that's
actually,
not.
It could actually be. I saw. No, was that the Cork race last week? I can't remember. I'll have a look.
We literally stopped in the middle of ping pong and work just to watch this. I was beating him as always.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Again, with the recurring theme of why neither of us work for the company anymore. We were playing ping pong and stopped to watch a horse race.
Don't think he was around though. That's why we got away with it for a long time.
No. Wolf Spring. Stormy Island won this race.
Huh.
That's about as good as the good horses go.
Right. On to Saturday. Again. Race of Post Gold Cup Handicap Chase over 3 miles. 3 miles, no, it's a great 3 over 2 miles, 4.5 furlongs. We have Laylar in a 4-1. Dostal Phil in a 5, Silver Hallmark 5s. Almadan at 6s. Farnet at 15-2. Noble Yates 8-1. Zanza at 10s. Fusil Riffields 10s. Cool Cody 10s. Midnight Shadow, the winner of the Paddy Power, at 10s. Beak Storm 14, 16-1. Bigger, D-Rest. Tom Rain, who is going to win the Race of Post Gold Cup?
Dave's going to hate me now because I've got 4. A total of 4, and 1 is Lawler.
What?
One is Lawler. I'll stick him up. Saw an interview with Paul Nichols there in the week.
If he before you go on any further, Tom, if you mention 4 horses and they say you're not having a bet, I'm leaving. Genuinely. And I'm telling you right now, I'll leave.
You have my permission.
Sorry, Tom. Go on.
I'm trying to think now. 4.
Okay, so Lawler, Nichols said that
I'm just checking. This is not Aintree Grand National. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nichols said that as fit as he could get that horse, he thought he took a blow 2 out and then ran on, which he did, to be fair. Now look, I think he'll run a solid race again, and he could end up with his head in front one day, and he might do. We'll see. He's 4-1, is it? I'll leave him at that price. My next one, we'll just go down through as they are in betting order. Silver Hallmark, Fergal O'Brien's horse. This is completely the opposite now. This is the 7-year-old that is completely unexposed. You look at his form; it's very good. He's beat Fabulous in a maiden hurdle at Chepstow. He then obviously wasn't right and got well beaten at Tolworth. He came back then, was second beaten ahead behind Fiddler on the Roof, He won a Grade 2 novice chase then at Haydock to a RPI of 150, and then this year he made his reappearance at Carlisle, where he was fourth, beating 10 lengths behind Fiddler on the Roof, who was gone on to obviously run such a big race in Hennessy. The second that day, Pay the Piper ran a lovely race behind Brave Man's Game on his next start. And his odds-on favourite to win tomorrow at Newcastle. Espoir de Romane was in third, and Ahoy Senor was still going on when he unseated 2 out. So the form of that race is very, very good. He's off 145. He's completely unexposed. Nico de Stonehands is jocked up on him.
There's your problem.
Which I was surprised to see, to be honest. I thought somebody else might be on him, but anyway, he's 8-1. I think he's got a cracking chance. He is one of those, though. That's the risky bet.
Christ, this is only the first one.
Yeah, well, no, Lord is the first one, so Silver Hallmark's the second one.
Sorry, coffee.
Yeah.
The Hallmark is the win only bet, because he could win or he could fall out the back of the telly. You just wouldn't know. Then I'll rattle through the next two. Cool Cody, the way he was going the last day and the way he runs at Cheltenham, I can't leave him alone. He's up £2 for it, but by God, he was running a massive race. Protectorat has come out and ran well of that race, and he would have gone very close. And I think he'll be bang there again. I think he's the each way bet at 11-1. And then the last one I'm going to throw up is a Venetia Williams horse again, because I love these Venetia Williams horses, and it's Cepage. Really, really good form at Cheltenham. He's won there off 154.
It's like Achilles.
Yeah, he was running a big race there for a long way over the national fences the other day. True. But this lad, like all last season and the season before, has been rated in the 150s and running solid, consistent races at Cheltenham. He's gone well first time out in the past, and Venetia Williams is still in good form. Yeah, I'd back him each way as well. So I'll back Cepage, Cool Cody, and then I'll have a win bet on Silver Hallmark.
So you're staying.
There you go.
So which four do you want?
I think Silver Hallmark has a great chance of winning from the ones at shorter prices. His form is quite good. I think that race at Carlisle was quite a good race, and he's unexposed. And I'd definitely choose him over Layler. He'd be the good win bet. And my each way one, and the one I have backed already, and I do hope he runs, is Dashel Drasher. After he won the race last year at Ascot, the Grade 1, they were talking about running him in the Ryanair. Now, I don't think he would have beaten Allaho that day, but he didn't run because of the ground. I said it the last time when he was running at Ascot, I think. He was unbeaten.
Run anywhere else.
He was unbeaten at the track, but he just does not win first time out. And he done similar to what he did last year. Acted like a monkey and a dog and threw the dummy out the pram. And then last year, after that, it was 1-1-1. 2 big, tough handicaps around Ascot, and then a Grade 1. So I think if the ground is soft enough and he runs, he has a great each way chance.
Very good. I have one. I'm going to go back on what I said about this horse when he won the Paddy Power. I thought Midnight Shadow performance in the Paddy Power was quite good, to be honest. Very tough, jumped well, travelled well. The horses that win that race, that come back from running this race, have a very, very good record. I think he's gone up to 154 from, I think it was 147, if I'm not mistaken.
He's gone up £7.
Yeah. As Tom said, the farmers had to be franked with Protectorat. Needless. At Ascot Aintree last time. I just think he's a horse that could keep improving a bit in handicap. Look, he's not a Grade 1 horse in my eyes, but I think he'll be a solid Grade 2 horse, Grade 3 horse. And I can't have Layla our favourite. It boggles my mind. He's just one of these horses that'll keep running into places. I can't see him win it. I really liked Beakstown, but the fact that Harry is jocked up on Alan Adan kind of takes that out of the equation unless Bridget rides it, which would not be a bad thing, if we're honest.
She's a good jockey.
Yeah. But I think Midnight Shadow for the main bet. And if Beakstown runs, I'll have a small each way bet on him at 16-1. They're my two. In this Nobly Eights, I think it's the usual Emmett Muddins. Just the price is just taken out for some reason. I don't know. He's had to have 2 stink runs since his win.
Should have never won that race, Galway. Anyway.
Yeah. Sansa is one I like, but he can't jump. His jumping is terrible. He was going to win this last year until he fell at the second last. I think it was, or third last. He was absolutely cantering over everything. Dash the Dasher will be interesting if he runs, but whether they do or not now is another thing.
Well, you know, after 2 fences, if you have a chance at Dash the Dasher, because if he's not leading, he won't win.
But yeah, Midnight Shadow for me, and as lad said, Silver Hallmark is the unexposed one, but Nico the Bindfoot would terrify the life out of me because he probably sticks another stone on top of him.
The stone hands worries me for him as well, I'm going to be honest.
He's carrying 10 stone, 12. He may as well be carrying 11 stone, 12. But Midnight Shadow for me. Where are we going now? We are going to 3 Mile, more or less, Albert Bartlett Trial, where we have Giolino Bello at 6-4, Blazing Cattle at 6-4, Byron Legends 5s, Ballytubber Boy at 8, Kurt Mood 10s at 14-1, bigger the rest. Dave, you backed this last time when we were at Cheltenham, when Tom didn't go.
Yep.
Remember that?
Tom on there.
Tom didn't go with us. 60. That was a good day. We had a load of winners that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Tom on there to enjoy it with us.
Yeah.
Installed giant favours going against Gino Bello. I'm making balls of that name. I don't care. I don't see the price. He beat him fair and square. I think he should be clear favours. You really like him.
I can't understand why he's not clear favourite. I think he's a good bet. At 6-4, I see no reason why Giolino Bello would turn the form around. He jumped better than Blazing Cal. Blazing Cal was lazy the whole way around and just kind of dossed up to the line. He bet him well and was value for a whole lot more. I actually think Blazing Cal has a chance in the Albert Bartlett, so I think he will win this and win it easily.
Yeah, I think he'll win as well. The way he went to the front the last time, he was running around when he hit the front. He went on again. I think he'll take a good performance to beat him. Kurt Mood was third in that. I think she's a big price again. If they ride her with a small bit more restraint, she could fall into place again. But I think Blazing Cal is the one they have to beat. Tom, would you be making it 3 from 3?
Yeah, I 100% agree, lads. Really impressed with Blazing Cal the last day. I got told very shortly before the off that apparently this is the best horse Charles Burns has. And
he could have told us that if he was with us. We could have had more money.
I did text it to you.
You did text it.
A bad reception at Cheltenham.
True.
And I thought he won like it, to be honest. I think the step up and trip will help him rather than Giolino Bello. Yeah, I think he'll win. And I do. I think he'd have a hell of a chance in the Albert Bartlett as well.
So that was nice and easy. Clean sweep for Blazing Cal. Now, moving on to Grade 2 International Hurling. And if we're honest, this is a poor field. You sung for someone in at 7-4. So Royale solid at 11-4. Bally, I Can't Jump, Adam at 9-2. Guard Your Dreams at 5s. Fusel Raffles 8. Wild by Oscar 12s. Heaven Help Us 12s. And Hunter's Call at 14-1. Tom, take us away with this. Break this down.
Oh, break this down, baby. For me, Heaven Help Us. I'm excited about it.
Sounds like something he whispers to Siobhan.
What? Heaven help us.
Break this down for me, baby.
I'm excited about this. I backed this. I backed this at I think 12-1. She loves Cheltenham, lads. If you saw one of the earlier anti-post videos, you'll know how keen I am on her for the Mayor's Hurdle. If you haven't backed this thing yet for the Mayor's Hurdle,
you've done a good job. Back
it before Saturday. She's 33-1 for the Mayor's Hurdle. I'm going around trying to get on my little maximum 27. So someone let me have 27 quid on, which I was impressed enough with. But I'm just trying to get a few quid on her for the Mayor's Hurdle. I think she'll run a blinder in this.
I'll get a few quid on for you. I'll get a boost on it too.
Oh, happy days, Dave. I'll definitely take you up on that.
We can all do that.
She
just
had a lovely
anymore.
I never asked.
He never asks.
She had a lovely pipe opener at Punchestown in a listed mares race there in November. She normally has beaten on her first start of the season. Although saying that, the only time she has won on her first start of the season was a maiden hurdle at Cheltenham at 33-1. Her course form is just insane. She won her maiden hurdle here, as I say. She was 100-1 shot when 7th of 15 in the Supreme. She had no right to be running that race at all. And then on her only other start, she absolutely bolted up by 9 lengths in the Coral Cup. Like, you don't go and win a Coral Cup by 9 lengths. Like, it just doesn't happen. To put that into context, I think there was about 5 lengths between the next 10 horses. And she's gone and won by 9 lengths. I'm all over her for the Mayor's Hurdle. We know she stays. She's also won over 2 miles. She's won on good ground. She's won on soft ground. For me, she ticks so many boxes. I really think she'll go well. And if you actually look at it, she's rated 150 in the UK. She's rated 144 in Ireland. So that's about right. And if this was a handicap, she carries 10 stone 11. Everything else is wrong at the handicap with her. So yeah, I look, and you go through some of the things in here as well. Like Song for Someone is just not. It's not a horse for me at all. I just think there's a lot better horses out there than Song for Someone, and when Song for Someone runs into one, it'll beat it. I actually think So Royal will probably beat Song for Someone. He's been running well this year. God Your Dream should run another solid race, but is what it is. Ballyadam just struggles with his jumping, and I don't know if they'll run him here. And then you're on to Future Raffles. So for me, Heaven Help Us, 12-1, I think was the best price I could get on it. Happy to take that, and then happy to go and back her for the Mayor's Hurdle at 33-1 as well.
You're very giddy there. Really,
I'm so excited about this horse. This is my horse for Cheltenham this year. This and Valco to flow in the cross country.
Right, make a bet. If this thing loses, he won't be able to make it on Sunday.
Yeah. He makes some sort of excuse.
No, I'll be back. I'm going to Dublin shopping on Sunday, but I'll be back. No, look, she might get beat, lads. She might get beat in this, but you put this form into the context then of a Mayor's Hurdle and a bad Mayor's Hurdle, it has to be said. So.
Just put it out there. I have zero view on this race. I think it's one of the worst races of the weekend. I'm not even talking about it.
If it's good ground, and I doubt it will be, So Royale would have his chance, because he is what he is. He'll mop up grade 2s. The ground has to be some way good though. But I agree with Tom. I think Mr. Paul Hennessy has managed to find an opportunity for his mare to get graded honours. I can't see her not placing, genuinely. The way the weights are, the way she runs around Cheltenham, she'll probably get an uncontested lead. She'll probably end up winning just because nothing else is good enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see it. There's no doubt about it. You can see it. Song for Someone, he's just, yeah. He won this last year, I think. Fair play to him. So Royale, I think he needs a break now. He's at having 3 hard races, not hard races, but he's won 2 very well. His last run was good. Guard Your Dreams was one I was interested in if I really wanted to. His third behind Buzz last time was a decent run. He beat Cool Cody over hurdles the time before that at Cheltenham. Paddy Adam can't jump. Future Raffles. Heaven help us. Look, 12-1 right now is a big price. So I can totally see where the boys are coming from.
Her form is just so much better at Cheltenham as well. It's like put the kettle on, bar the last day for her. It's about 10 or 12 pounds better than everywhere else, which is just the way some horses run around Cheltenham. Yeah,
look, I lost all interest in this when Adagio was taken out.
Yeah, he would have won. But with him taken out of it, you're getting a really good price, and heaven help us.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put up at him because I genuinely will not be having even. I'll have to watch it because we're talking about it, but won't have a bet at all. Doesn't interest me in the slightest. Now we are going for our final 2 races, and we're heading off to Doncaster for the December novice chase, Grade 2 over 3 miles. We have 3 under through 5 at evens. Fantastic is great name at 3-1. Does he know at 10-3? Yakiton at 7-2. Jafford at 14. Scott Dales at 500. There's a 501 shot for me to back. Deadly.
You wouldn't back him if he's 5 million to 1, isn't that
I
right?
won't back him if he was 1,000 to 1, Tom. Oh, someone's going to record that now, aren't they? Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't care. Who wants to go? Tom, you go.
Oh, look, this is a race where I'm not too excited about this race, to be honest. And for that reason, there doesn't seem to be much between 3 under through 5 and Does He Know. They've run against each other a few times, and they've each won. I think Does He Know won 2, 3 under through 5 has won 1. So yeah, look, there's not much between them. Happy to have a look further down the list, and the one I landed on was Geoffroy. A massive improver last year from 108 up to 143 over hurdles, actually up to 147 now. Started life off in a Hexham novices chase, ran okay is all I'd say, but looked like it desperately needed a run. This is a big step up, obviously definitely in chases from, but yeah, I look, it could be tailed off. He's 20 to 1. I'd take a small chance on him. I don't think there's much between the front 2. So
Yourself?
I actually backed the horse Tom put up at Hexham. I thought he would win. I thought he was very poor that day. Maybe he needed a run. The favorite, the horse that won that race was beaten over the weekend as well. So don't know what to make of that form, but he'll probably find his way in handicaps at some stage. He is a good horse, and probably too big a price. But I like Nigel Twiston Davis' horse, Fantasticas.
Great.
To me, he's a typical horse that was always going to be way better as a chaser than he was a
Mm-hmm.
hurdler. The hurdles looked like they got in the way, and he wasn't sure what to do, and he never really was fluent over him. But he looked very good on his chasing debut at Lingfield. Now the form is probably not great, but he has hurdle form with 3 under through 5. I just think he's very beatable, and his form is tied in with Does He Know? So look, the obvious one for me, Fantasticas.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think Fantasticas, I think he's going to be the best out of these over fences. His win at Lingfield, you could call him the winner a good mile out. He stood out like a sore thumb in that field, jumped well, put the race to bed a long way out. 3 under 2-5, and Does He Know? They met at Cheltenham again in the race where Oscar Elite fell. Oscar Elite put in a bad performance there, I think 2 days ago. So you can kind of, you can't really, I'd hate to question the form, but it's okay form. They're beating each other. Lovely. Good for you. But I think Fantasticas, that was his first run after 200 and something days off. It was 237 days off. He only has 3/4 of a length to find with 3 under through 5 on a run at Musselburgh last February, which I think is very doable because he looks like a different animal altogether over fences. And I think at 3-1 is a good price, and I think he will overturn the favours and do it quite cosily, if I'm honest. So Fantasticas for myself. Also, great name. Right, last one we're going to touch on is the Bet365 Summit Juvenile Hurdle, where we have Porticello in at 7-4, Magnetasio at 11-4, even that. Too Friendly at 4-1, Impulsive 1, 11-2. Night Salute, who won't run here, is going to run at Cheltenham at 7s, Sonning at 8s, One Journey 8s, and 10-1. Bigger the rest. Dave, where are you thinking about these lovely juveniles?
Yeah, I would think.
Hold up now. I could be totally wrong about Nice. No, Nice still won't be 7-1 if he was.
I think Paddy Brennan's on See, I don't know, because Paddy Brennan would usually be riding the Fergal O'Brien horses if he was at Cheltenham. Who's on the Gathering Storm actually? Paddy Brennan on him? Because if he's jocked up in both places, you don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, he's
And that's
yeah, but
Friday
that's on the
actually.
Friday.
That's
Yeah,
Friday.
that's
Yeah.
on
Check Saturdays. Go on, talk away.
So if Night Salute runs here,
He's jocked up in Cheltenham as well.
yeah. So it's hard to know.
He's jocked up on Cheltenham, but he's also jocked up then on a horse, Pyramid Place at Doncaster on Saturday.
Yeah, and I thought he might, if he's at Doncaster, he might ride Fantastic Ass as well. That was my thinking for Twiston Davis.
Well, is Sam at Cheltenham?
I presume so.
Go on, keep going.
But I'm not so sure Night Salute will run at Cheltenham. I'd like him to run here. I think he's a great price.
Sorry, to cut across. He'd be on Silver Hallmark as
you
well.
would imagine so, yeah. So I'm kind of swaying to that Night Salute will run here. It's a pretty big race for this early in the season for juveniles, and I just can't believe his price if he does run. It's way too big. Obviously, he's carrying the penalty, but he battered Magistrato at Cheltenham. We were there. Tom wasn't.
I remember that he was meant to come and he didn't.
And he just
Fucking hell.
he travelled through that race like a dream. We said after the race he was valued for way more than 3 lengths. I think he won by. He dossed up the hill. And I think it'd be a sign in itself if Paddy Brennan goes to Doncaster to ride him that he thinks he's a pretty good horse. The other one I'd like is Too Friendly, Dan Skelton's horse. But if Night Salute goes here, I just think he's a great bet.
I have one in this. I think is an absolute steering job. Anyway, Tom.
And I wonder what one that is. I basically thought the same as Dave, to be honest. Night Salute for me, if he runs here, is a very big price. I don't see why Magistrato would be over half the price of him. It doesn't make any sense to me anyway. Porticello, the Gary Moore horse, was okay at Wetherby. That was a listed race first time out. Had won first time at Otoy over hurdles and had actually beat Magistrato. So if the two of them ran against each other, I would probably prefer Porticello. But yeah, no Night Salute for me. I thought he was good at Cheltenham, and yeah, keep an eye on him wherever he turns up. If he goes back to Cheltenham again, then I wouldn't put you off him there either. He'll go under the radar because it's Milton Harris, but his form is solid.
That's what I was going to say before Andrew goes in. Imagine if Night Salute was trained by Paul Nichols or Nicky Henderson. Like, he'd be favourite. And the horse that Porticello, and Porticello obviously is a good horse as well, and Gary Moore is good with his juveniles. The horse that he bet that day is a Milton Harris horse as well. So he would surely have strength lines of the form, and surely that Night Salute's a good bit better than that other horse. So
yeah, look, I backed Night Salute in all his 3 runs. 7-1 is very strange. Or whether they're after getting this totally wrong or not, I'll be honest, I'm going to back him now, because if he does run, he's going to be, I imagine, 2-1, 9-4. If he does end up running, because that's just a ridiculous price to have him at. But I'm just taking it is on the lines he's not going to run because of the price. As the lad said, Porticello won first time up in France. He beat Magnetisio, was second or third. Who's second? He beat him by 15 lengths, and then he beat another horse in third, who since went on to be second in a grade 2 and then fourth in a grade 1 over in France. Where did he run first time out? Sorry, no, bear with me. I had it down. Wetherby. He ran at Wetherby first time out, and I think to change to a more, I say galloping track, but he'll have more time to get himself sorted out in a more straight. Doncaster's a very long straight. I think it'll suit him a lot better. He done everything wrong jumping wise and still managed to get up and win. his form already from France is working out incredibly well. He'll come on for the run. His jumping will improve. It'll have to improve. So I think he's going to take some beating in this. He's a big horse. He's a big engine. The only his downfall is only his second run over hurdles, or his first run over conventional hurdles in the UK is a small bit jumping. But if his jumping improves and back and he learns from it, I think we could be looking at a contender for the Triumph Hurdle here. I think he's a very, very good horse. But the nice little thing is confusing the living daylights out of me. Because on the back of a Cheltenham when he should not be 7-1 or anywhere near 7-1. I just don't get it. Can't wrap my head around it. But yeah, Porticello, I think we could see a very, very good performance on Saturday in this. That's it. That is us done. We are going to go through our naps and next best and our lays. So who wants their naps up first?
Yeah,
I got rid of all the flickery stuff.
Yeah, good.
This week because I don't want anyone with epilepsy going mental this week. Right, Dave, go first. There's yours.
Yeah, my nap is Blazing Cal. I honestly can't see him being beaten. I think the prices are a bit mad. And I think Botox has a good each way chance in that race on Friday. So he's my next best.
Tom, you are up with yours.
Yeah, my nap is Heaven Help Us. I'm mad keen on her. And yeah, I think she'll definitely be in the first 2 or 3 anyway. I think she's way overpriced at 12-1. I could see money coming for her. So I think if you want to back her, get on now. Don't forget the Mare's Hurdle bet as well. She's 33s. Take a bit of that. Next best is Plan of Attack. Again, I think he is a good thing to be in the first 4. I think if he's ever going to win over these fences, it's going to be now because he won't win one of the open races over them. He's getting a load of weight. He had a nice introductory run. And once he takes to it a little bit more in the early stages, I think he'd be bang there. And my lay is actually going to be...
whoa.
We're not doing lays. Sorry.
I didn't put up the goddamn graphic, man.
Whoa. Sorry. I'm enjoying it. I got carried away looking at Zoff there. I was like, oh, look at him. Dude.
Changes off next week.
Don't change Zoff. No, Zoff's staying.
Okay, sorry. I won't. I nearly started crying there. Felt bad.
Yeah.
Right, so my nap is Sporting John Friday at Cheltenham. I think if he's any aspirations of running well in a stay-out hurdle, he should be winning this and winning it quite comfortably. As the last race on Friday at Cheltenham. And the one we just talked about there, Porticello, is my next best in the Juvenile Hurdle Grade 2 at Doncaster. Really like him and the way he goes about his business. There's a big engine under there and he's a lot of learning to do, but the way he still ended up winning on his hurdle debut for Gary Moore, there could be a lot more to come from him. So nap is Sporting John and next best is Porticello. Now time for a lay of the week. That was awfully good. Tom, go on. Lay of the week. You stopped shaking your head. You left us for dead at Cheltenham.
Mine is Gelino Bello at Cheltenham on Saturday. I think it's way too short for price. Blazing Calves for me should be clear favourite. So you've got Blazing Calves they get on with, and then you've got the rest of the field which are completely unexposed. So just at that price, I think 6-4, 7-4 is way too short. I'd make it about a 3-1 shot. So yeah, I'd take him on at that price definitely.
Gelino Bello.
Jesus,
I can't see Blazing Cal being beat genuinely. And like I said, like you were talking about Sporting John having to win and then to have a chance in the stairs. I think Blazing Cal will win and has a chance in the Albert Market.
3 for 3. Gino Bello. Can't see or fathom why he's joint favourite with Blazing Cal.
Unless he's either getting a rocket up his hole since the last day, but can't see that happening.
I don't see Blazing Cal had a hell of a lot more left in the tank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we were at the last hurdle. We were sitting down on them and he jumped it and he ran left and he ran right and he went straight then. Yeah. He went away from him.
Were you at Cheltenham that weekend?
Yeah, you were meant to be there. Remember that?
It was good.
We got
But,
a text. What was it? The Wednesday or the Friday before. Doesn't that tell you I'm not going?
the vibes,
No, you
the old
didn't.
vibes from Charles Burns about Blazing Cal have always been good. So
Did you ring him?
I rang him.
Ah, good.
He
Ask
said-
him what kind of outdoor
said-
stables he uses.
Back Blazing Cal. And he said, lay of the week is that other yak that he bet the last day.
Sounds just like him. Anyway.
And he said,
or
send
not.
envoy back to Gordon's. That's when he finished the phone call.
that was you. I think you have these conversations. Hello, Charles. Yeah. Hi, Dave. Yeah. Okay. Back to Gordon's. Yeah. All right. Bye. Has a conversation with himself.
Hashtag free envoy.
I'm gonna make you a free envoy t-shirt. Who wants to buy a free envoy t-shirt? Oh my god, I'm making a fortune out of this. Free envoy. Hashtag. What else could we do? Hashtag what?
Big Gordo.
Bring back Gordo.
No, he's already back.
Oh yeah. Bit late with that one. Hashtag free envoy.
Hashtag please behave yourself this time, Gordo.
Hashtag Tommy going Cheltenham. Hashtag no. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, God.
On that bombshell.
I'm going to Fairy House on Saturday if anyone wants to come say hi or throw eggs. I'll be there.
Imagine with two of us just come on, just batter them with eggs. Anyway, that is.
Of course.
It's the third time I tried to do the outro. Go on.
Sake.
Go on. What are you saying?
No, I was just saying don't do that because you'll get kicked off the course and you won't be allowed back on an Irish race course again. So that's a bad idea.
You're the one that's telling the finish line viewers and listeners to do that.
Come and say hello. See how the old Baron Wild goes at Fairy House on Saturday. Shares are still available as well. I should point
I was waiting for Sense to pause.
I should point that out. And he was cheap enough horse, so the shares are pretty reasonable. So if you want to get in touch, get in touch. But no, he honestly likes him. So we'll get Saturday out of the way. We'll go from there. So
could you imagine if this thing bolts up? How giddy will he get?
I don't think he'll do that now, but
he won't. He'll just be negative and say, "Oh, we'll just wait till the next time to see if it's."
Oh no! If he bolted up, first time out, I'd get very excited.
Spear fingers. Oh. On that bombshell. Oh no, he's going to talk again. I don't believe it.
Oh come on! It's time to go home.
I'd second half the Champions League on a watch. You were going.
We haven't said anything. I wasn't going to.
I was going to test it there. Anyway, after the fourth attempt of doing it, we are back on Sunday where we'll be going back through everything that happened at Cheltenham and Doncaster, and Dave will have his rapid fire quiz for the both of us with forfeits if we go over the 5 seconds to be announced, which I am terrified of, if I'm honest, because I know how his brain works and it's not very nice. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Best luck with the betting on the weekend, and we'll see you Sunday live at 8 o'clock for another episode of Talking Points and our rapid quiz brought to you by David O'Keefe of the Finishing Line.